Hey everyone, Angela Langlotz, trademark and business law attorney here. I'm going to go ahead and share this to my personal page, refresh and find it on my TrademarkDoctor.net page, and then share it. Let's see. Let's see where it is. Okay, here it is. So I think we can share it. We're going to share. I am trying to share it to my personal page and it's not letting me. Oh no, here we go. Share on my timeline. Bear with me just a moment. Okay. I think I figured it all out. Sometimes this stuff can be a little bit confusing. Anyway, here I am. I'm going to be talking today about what kinds of things are confusingly similar, or what's confusingly similar mean and what does it matter. I'm not sure if people are joining me over on my personal profile, so I'm going to go check that out. Not sure if anyone's on with me or not. I definitely have more followers on my personal profile, but the problem is that um, those posts, when I share them, if I go live on my personal profile and then I share it to my business page, it doesn't actually show up in my business page as a video in the video section. So, and I want it to because I'm trying to make a resource library for people so that they can go to my page and get trademark information if they want it. If they want to call me later, that's fine. If they just want to get the information, that's fine. But I'm trying to serve entrepreneurs because that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I really care about. And that's the community that I want to serve. So that's why I do these lives every day because people seem to like them and I have fun doing them. I kind of like being on camera. It actually gives me an excuse to do hair and makeup every day. Otherwise, if you work at home, what happens is you end up you end up trudging around the house in yoga pants and Uggs all day, and you don't care so much for your personal appearance. And any entrepreneur who's watching this knows absolutely 100% what I am talking about. If you work at home, you totally feel me on this. I know you do. So, what I'm talking about today is what does confusingly similar mean and why does it matter? Confusingly similar is probably the biggest reason that my clients get rejections from the trademark examiner, right? Because it's too close to someone else's mark. Now, typically, if I'm doing the search and filing, I've already gone through the trademark database and made sure that it's not confusingly similar, but a lot of times the examiner doesn't agree. And there's ways for us to manage all of that, of course. But I wanted to make clear that the confusingly similar thing is in context of the goods and the mark itself, right? So that's why, for example, you can have a United Airlines, which is airline services, and a United Van Lines, which is moving services, and they're not confusingly similar. Why? Even though it's the exact same mark for transportation services. It's because we don't view the mark in the abstract, we view it contextually. So, in the context of the marketplace, are the same people commonly providing airline services for transporting people and maybe mail and other cargo, and moving your house from point to point, which is what United Van Lines does. Not typically. In fact, I can't think of one company that does both things and offers both of those services to the general public. That's why they're not considered confusingly similar, even though they're the exact same transportation services and the exact same mark. So don't get hung up on this. Well, it's not exactly the same. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Confusingly similar, with the operative word being confusingly, is really the litmus test. And when we're talking about confusingly, who are we talking about confusing? We are talking about confusing the average consumer who consumes those goods, right? So even the consumer isn't seen in the abstract. For example, there is some case law out there that says that purchasers of high value, sophisticated goods are less likely to be confused than people who are purchasing run of the mill daily staples. Okay, so we inquire not just about the goods that are being offered, but the nature of the person or persons or group who is consuming them, right? So none of this is in the abstract. It's all about the marketplace and what consumers perceive and how they perceive it. And if you have any questions, by the way, you need to go to my TrademarkDoctor.net page and leave a comment there if you have questions, because this is being shared to my profile page. And since I'm not on the profile page, I'm live on the TrademarkDoctor.net page. Um, I can't see your comments. If you're commenting on my personal profile, I can't see you. I'm so sorry. And I do want you to jump in with whatever questions and comments you have. So feel free to do that. I just can't see you unless you're here with me on the TrademarkDoctor.net business page. Okay. So confusingly similar is the standard. And there are, of course, a whole bunch of factors that go into deciding whether or not a mark is confusingly similar to another mark. So the sophistication of a consumer is one factor. Whether or not the same companies tend to offer those goods. For example, Cuisinart, the Cuisinart company. I'm not talking about the little machine that you have in your kitchen. I'm talking about Cuisinart, the company. They make all kinds of things, right? So they not only make the Cuisinart, kitchen machine that slices and dices and grates and does all kinds of other stuff. They also make things like coffee grinders, they make pots, they make pans, they make kitchen utensils. So if someone were to come up with a brand that was similar to Cuisinart, and Cuisinart's kind of famous, so let's set that famous issue aside for a minute. But if someone else were to come up with coffee makers and a brand or a model name, which is also a brand, that was similar to something that Cuisinart was making, the trademark examiner would likely have an issue with that because Cuisinart offers a whole variety of kitchen goods, and it's common, therefore, to see kitchen goods, a wide variety of kitchen goods being made by the same producer, right? So if somebody wanted to come in and offer, you know, coffee coffee urns, right? The kind of double wall coffee press. Um, that would be likely seen as confusingly similar to any of Cuisinart's brands or model numbers or model names because it's the same kind of stuff that's produced by that type of company. So typically companies that offer small appliances for the household will also offer things like coffee makers, and there's several companies that do that. So now that's kind of part of the normal thing in the marketplace, right? But if you have, for example, two sets of goods that might be slightly related, but you don't often find them in the same store or the same part of the store, and they're not commonly manufactured by the same company, like company A and company B won't typically manufacture both, then that's less likely to be confusingly similar. So I hope this has been helpful for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me or leave a comment on this video and I'll try to get those answered for you. This is Angela Langlotz, trademark and business law attorney, and I hope you have a great day.